What is up, guys? It's a Blazing Lord back with another hopefully awesome YouTube video. I am coming to you today from Kahuna Clash, the new channel that Bar Gaming and I have put up. I am the other half, as he previously stated in that first video he posted. Because I am a lower town hall, I'm going to be running through a lot of the lower town hall attack strategies and base layouts and things like that. So this is going to be really fun, I think. Obviously, I'm at college, so I'm not going to be putting out videos as often as Brendan is, but I believe that we're going to make this thing work, and I think it's going to be really cool once we get it rolling. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be really cool. Yeah, so anyway, let's hop into it. Basically, this video is going to be about Govaho, and I know he had mentioned something about that in his video. So he kind of gave me the prereq there. I knew I was going to be doing this video anyway. I am going to be doing a Town Hall 8 base build tactics video coming up here pretty soon. Well, I say pretty soon, but I'm not sure exactly how quickly I'm going to be able to get that out, but that's fine. We'll you know, just roll with the punches, see where it goes. Yeah, so anyway, so let's hop right into this. So the Govaho strategy that I use is actually one that Brendan helped me out with. It's not a traditional Govaho. It is actually a Govaho-y because it uses wizards. So Govaho, just by name, is Golem, Valkyrie, and Hogs. So that is a really good strategy, but once you add the wizards on there or into there, it makes it a lot better. Like it improves it like tenfold. It's kind of a crazy strategy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one here. Yeah, okay, so this is clearly a Town Hall 8. It's not super, not super great. It's in the process of upgrading. A lot of it is upgraded already. So you can already tell it's got all of its storages to max. It's got all of its cannons to max. I'm assuming its bomb towers max. Collectors and everything, that's all up to max. So yeah, so I should probably be explaining the strategy a little bit. And I will go back through and explain that. We're going to run through this one twice, I think, just because... Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had my notifications turned off for in-game. But anyway, yeah, so I'll go back and explain the strategy a little bit in a minute. But for the time being, I'm just going to kind of go through the base. So it looks like they're upgrading their wizard towers right now, which was the one thing I noticed was not up to max. I think everything else in this base, aside from the walls and some of their traps, were up to max. So this is a pretty upgraded Town Hall 8. So it did, as you can tell, pose a little bit of a threat to my strategy, because I've only got a few wizards, my Barb King, and a couple of hogs left, which is largely in part to my poor execution. Because that happens a lot, actually. It's a really good strategy, but it's kind of difficult to use if you don't know what all you have to do. I understand what I have to do, and it's not a super difficult strategy to pull off, so you can actually do this strategy just first time, but it takes some practice to get it spot on, and I still am not at that point. As you can tell, I was scrolling through and you could see all the different strategies, or all the different attacks I did. I mean, all the different attacks, and there weren't a lot of 3 stars in there, and that's largely in part to mistakes that I've made. And it's not the strategy at all, because the strategy itself is very good, and other parts of that is the Town Halls I'm attacking. Some of them are very upgraded Town Hall 9s, and so I'm not going to get a 3-star on those, but I can get a lot of loot from those, which is why I was attacking those ones, and I was using Clan Castle troops for those as well, so it added an extra benefit to my attack. Yeah, all right. So let's play that one again, and I can kind of explain what's going on. Okay, so as you notice, the golem right here, you place the golem as a tank. That's basically the golem's only purpose because it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Then you place the wizards to clean out everything along the edge. And then you send in wall breakers to break the wall and open a hole. From there, you send in the Valkyries. The reason that you use the wizards to clean out the front is because Valkyries are very easily distractible and they're super difficult to funnel. So you want to make sure there's nothing remotely close to that edge. Otherwise, the Valkyries will not go to the center. Next, it's a two-phase attack. So next, you want to deploy your Hog Riders along the side and take out all of the defenses as they roll. So notice I kind of preset that heal spell right there, and that's because you can see that hole. It looks like that's a place where a giant bomb would be. Sometimes it's a good thing to pre-place your spells if you know that there's going to be a bomb there, or you think there's going to be a giant bomb there, because that can offset your entire strategy, and that is something that I personally have struggled with myself. As you can see, the hogs are running around doing work, cleaning everything up, and the reason that I placed that poison spell in the middle is just because I don't like having extra spells when I'm done, because it kind of offsets what I already have training, because then I can't just train another army because I've got an extra spell in there I have to go through and delete, and it's just easier just to use it. Yeah, and so the reason that I use poison as opposed to any other spell in the one spell slot that I have left over is because poison is actually an extremely useful. I think it's really underrated. Basically, poison, it has a slowing effect, and it does damage, obviously. So the poison is useful for like skeletons and stuff. If you can't get to the middle with anything that would hit them, and they're attacking your Hog Riders, you place the poison in an area where you know that the Hog Riders are going to be hanging around for a little bit, and the skeletons will walk through it, and they'll get wiped out. And so you save a lot of hogs that way. Secondly, for other attacks, I've used the poison to slow down troops, like the Queen, because the Queen can clean out hogs like nobody's business, and it gets really irritating watching the Queen just completely crush your hogs as they ride through, and it's a little bit difficult to watch sometimes. So, alright, so here's a Town Hall 9 base that I attacked. As you can see, there's an Electro Drag in there, and I specifically placed that hog so that I could lure out their CC. That is a problem that I was having, something that Brendan specifically told me I need to take care of. I don't think about Clan Castle troops when I'm not doing war attacks, so a lot of the time, I don't place things to lure them out, because I don't assume that they're going to be in there, which a lot of times is a correct assumption, but in the few times that it's not a correct assumption, it's very difficult to make up for that much lost resources, that many troops that will die from a mistake that you've made, not knowing that there's going to be Clan Castle troops in there. And so that's just kind of it's a little bit of a pain when you think that oh, I'm good, and then there's Clan Castle troops, and it just causes a real problem. As you can see, here's my Clan Castle troops that I placed. Those are max level Valks. That is the ideal CC for this strategy, because Valkyrie just shred. I mean, honestly, max Valkyrie, they take the place of a P.E.K.K.A. pretty much, and they just honestly they do more damage in multiple directions. They're really useful. Obviously you can see the giant bomb almost took out all of my Hog Riders there, which is what I was talking about. Especially when a pre-heal, it makes everything a lot easier when you don't have a bunch of Hog Riders running around really low health waiting to get completely zapped by a wizard tower or a bomb tower. But yeah, so clearly, you know, that was a better executed attack on a Town Hall 9. It was, yep. And there's Brendan. Yeah, so anyway, basically, it makes a big difference what clan castle troops you use. And that one I didn't use a freeze spell, but there are a few where, or wait, I did use a freeze spell. Okay, I just missed it. That's fine. Yeah. So there's a few times where I'll get close, like this one here. I'll show you guys this one. Yeah. So this I was actually really disappointed with. Clearly one of their expos is down, which is why I chose to attack this one, because it has quite a bit of loot, and the expos are down, which means that, or not both expos, but one of the expos is down, which means that I have a lot more space to run around without getting completely zapped by an expo, which is super nice. Yeah, so you see I placed the golem, used the golem to tank, and then I ran my bomb or wall breakers in there, cleared everything out, and then I sent in the Valkyries. And obviously they've got all their giant bombs in there, which is not ideal, because the Valkyries are a really big part of this strategy. If they all die, then I've just lost a lot of my base clearing power, because they take out walls and they'll take out multiple buildings at the same time, and it clears out everything really fast, and it's really nice. Yeah, so there's kind of a lot to look at in a bigger base. I'm not really used to that, which is another reason why I think a lot of my Town Hall 9 attacks don't really work out without the Max Valks. But it's kind of a trade-off. You get more loot, you get more resources, and you know, it takes a lot more practice and a lot more skill to take these bases out, but in the end, it's usually worth it, as long as you find a base that actually has good loot. Aside from that, I mean, everything's clearing out really nice here. You can see that. Obviously, the wizards are tanking back up behind the Barb King there. He's kind of working as a tank here, and the wizards are just kind of smashing everything along the edge, which is great, but unfortunately, my only base clearing power in the middle just died because the Barb King came and smashed her, and then he's going to come up and finish the job up here. So that's why I only got a 94% on this one. It's kind of a disappointing attack. I was really hoping I would get the finish on that, but, you know, it happens. So, anyway, it happens. Yeah, so anyway, I think I'm going to hop into a live one here, just so you guys can see kind of how I execute this, and, that'll probably be the video. Yeah, see, so that is a Town Hall 10. I don't attack Town Hall 10s, even if they're really low power, because a low power Town Hall 10 is a ridiculous challenge for Town Hall 8. Okay, here. This is a perfect base. So look at all the loot. Obviously, that's a lot of loot, and that's a decent amount of trophies for this size and for this Town Hall. So everything here is maxed out, it looks like, except for a couple of their mortars. Yeah, so this is a perfect, and their Barb King, and, okay, collectors. So there's a lot that's not maxed out, but they've got a lot of loot, and a lot of their defenses are maxed out. So this is going to be a perfect example of a strategy here. Alright, and then I'm going to send my BK in to distract that BK, because it's a real problem if he gets in the way. Alright. That's what I thought. That explains why there was so much... Yeah, that perfectly explains why there was so many trophies in this one. Hopefully I can get the wizards in here to clear them out. Beautiful. Okay, yep, so now I can send in the Valkyries. And I don't even need my CC for this one. I'm going to spam hogs. So, yeah, so obviously you could see that I didn't plan for the CC right off the cuff, and if I hadn't had those few wizards left, I would have completely destroyed that strategy just because I hadn't planned for it, which is a real big pain in the butt, because a lot of times when you're attacking a base, you don't think about it just because it's like, oh, usually bases don't have clan castle troops. Well, occasionally they will, and it can completely upset your entire strategy if you don't execute assuming that there's clan castle troops. And it gets kind of old. Yeah, it gets really old after a little while. But as you can see, the hogs went through and they just kind of cleared everything out. That last giant bomb is really disappointing. Took out a lot of my hog riders. Still got a few Valkyries left and the Golemites, because the Golem got killed and split. So yeah, so far this is going really well. Obviously I'm running a little bit low on time, but I'm really confident that they're going to be able to clear everything out. I'm not worried. Yeah, so those hogs are going in the corner to clear that out. So basically what's going to end up happening is they're going to clear out this town hall, and then they're going to split, and they should be able to clear everything out after they get all that taken care of. So yeah, so this is a beautiful example of a well-executed strategy. Usually I have a few wizards left over when my attack is underway already, because it doesn't usually take all 8 wizards to destroy what's in front of the wall to get the Valkyrie to funnel in there. So it's kind of nice having 8 of them, having a few extra than you need often, because then you have stuff for things like that. So when clan castle troops would happen to be in there, it would be nice to have something like that to counter that. And that's another reason why I request freeze from my clan castle, because it makes things really easy when something like that does happen. You don't have to worry about the clan castle troops going around and wreaking havoc on your army while it's attacking. You can just freeze them in place and then just take them out with something that can hit them. So yeah, so that's the basic rundown of the Govaho, or in my case, Govaho-E. Little less common, a little more unorthodox, but it works very well for a Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9. So yeah, so that's the strategy, that's the video. What is up, guys? It's the Blazing Lord back again. I just wanted to apologize real quick for my video recording software cutting out right there in the video. It was not ideal, but it did cut out right in the middle of me letting you guys know that you need to make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you guys don't forget, you don't miss any of the videos, be the first to get there and watch it. We'd really appreciate it. Keep up the constant support. Also, on that note, if you guys would also check out our personal channels, we do have them featured on Kahuna Clash page. We would really appreciate that as well. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys. Peace.